County High School Bulldogs, Bryce Brady. Today, Counties in Vidalia, Rivers Heating and Air in Vidalia, All Care Pharmacy in Lyons, Patriot Gas in Vidalia, Southeastern Technical College in Vidalia, Toombs Auto Parts in Lyons, Stevens Truck Center in Lyons, K&K Septic in Vidalia, Thriftway, your Galaxy Food Store in Lyons, Community Hospice in Vidalia, Zaxby's in Vidalia, Doodlebugs in Vidalia, First Franklin Financial in Vidalia, Carland and Timber in Lyons, McClendon Enterprises in Vidalia, and People's Bank in Vidalia and Lyons. Now we take you live to the field with Bryce Brady on Y101.
And welcome to East Dublin as the Toombs County Bulldogs take on the East Lawrence Falcons in Game 2 of the 3-game series. Now, me and Matt have talked about it. We've talked about different scenarios and ways it may work out. But the sure way the Bulldogs can get into the playoffs will be for the Bulldogs to win all the rest of these next 5 games. There have been a few upsets in the region here in the last week. So the Bulldogs, especially after dropping 6 games, 3 to Vidalia and then 3 to Bacon, the Bulldogs have put themselves in an interesting situation where they are sitting at 5th in the region, and the East Lawrence Falcons are sitting at 6th. So they have to beat the Falcons in the next 2 games, and they certainly have to beat Swainsboro at least 2 times. I'll give you your starting lineup for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Senior, number 3, Chandler Lynn will be playing center and batting first. Chase Musselman will be in left. Gray Stevens will be DHing for shortstop. Jesus Quintero. Trayvon Harris will be playing third. Jason Dukes will be catching. Brantley Upshaw will be on the mound. Alex Gordy will be playing second base. Will Watts will be at first. And Foster Jones will be playing in right. And it is 5:29, so maybe a minute early. Start time was supposed to be at 5:30. Pitcher today for the East Lawrence Falcons will be number 2, Ryan Mims. He's pitching from the right-hand side. Chandler Lynn steps in from the left. And he's going to start from the winding, and the first pitch of the game is going to be high for ball 1 on Chandler Lynn. And the first pitch actually did start at 5:30. So Mims coming set on the mound, winding, and the 1-0. He's going to put that in for strike 1 on Lynn. Lynn, so far this season, is batting .281 with an on-base percentage of .468. Time has been called for pitcher Ryan Mims to tie his shoe, and now he's coming back onto the rubber. The Bulldogs right now are 3-7 in Region 2 AA action and 11-11 overall. The 1-1. It's going to miss inside and get away from catcher Lynn Pope for ball 2. Chase Musselman from the on-deck circle is going to run over there and retrieve the ball. Lynn stepping back in. Ahead in the count here, 2 balls, 1 strike. Mims still working from the windup, coming set, 2-1. Lynn rips this between the shortstop and the third baseman for a base hit. Now, before the game, Chandler Lynn did tell me that I needed to interview him, or what did he have to do to get interviewed after the game again? And I gave him a few scenarios or things that he needs to do. Usually when choosing my interviews, somebody that does the best hitting. If the pitcher had a really good game, I interview the pitcher. And if somebody makes a nice defensive play in the field, I'll usually talk to them. That'll bring up Chase Musselman. Musselman pitched in Game 1 versus the Falcons on Tuesday. He's going to show bunt and pulls back. Chandler Lynn stealing the throw to second, and Lynn slides in safely. And that will be strike 1 on Musselman. And Musselman 1 foot out of the box, looking down at head coach Derek James, now stepping back in, wide stance. Bulldogs are in their navy tops, white bottoms today. And the Falcons are wearing an interesting jersey. Looks like yellow and black stripes. The 0-1, that's going to miss for ball 1. Musselman on the season is batting .355 with an on-base percentage of .481 and is actually leading the team, not only in on-base percentage, but also in batting average. Mims now working from the stretch, giving a look back at Chandler Lynn at second, going to deliver to the plate. Musselman fouling this off back into the net. for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chase Musselman. Now, when I checked the weather on Tuesday, I thought that it was not going to hold out for a game today, but the weather does change, and the sun is out here in East Dublin. They have it divided up into 3 different parts. You have East, then you have Dublin, and you have West, referred to as West Lawrence, East Lawrence, and then Dublin. The 1-2 to Musselman is going to be popped up into the air. Is it going to stay in play? No, it is not. It's going to go out and land in the stands right behind home plate. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Musselman. On deck, designated hitter Gray Stevens. Sitting very close to the Bulldog dugout, which typically I prefer not to sit close to anybody because I know listening to somebody talk probably does get annoying. Musselman steps back in, kind of now, a little choked up on the bat. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mims ahead here, coming set and giving a look at Chandler Lynn. And the 1-2, breaking ball that hit either the bat or Musselman's hand. Umpire is calling it a dead ball. So we'll see Musselman's walking down the first base line. Dead ball has been called, which means a play cannot be made on it. So I guess they're just going to give him a redo. Looked like he hit the handle of the bat. And the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. The umpire is talking to one of the coaches for East Lawrence. May have hit Musselman's key finger. He's over here right in front of me talking to head coach Derek James. And the coach is still talking to the home plate umpire for East Lawrence. And now he's going to come back. So dead ball will be the call on that. And the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes on Musselman. And Stevens is going to return to the on-deck circle, which is an imaginary circle they're making over here because I do not see one. Lynn is in scoring position. He has a lead at second. Mims is coming set, looking at Lynn. The 1-2 to Musselman is going to be fouled off also, and it's going to scoot out of play. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Ryan Mims is on the mound for the East Lawrence Falcons. Lynn Pope is catching. Garrett Barber is playing first. Tex Edge is playing second. Jarrett Stewart is at third, and left is Kelton Mullis, and center is Trey Barwick, and in right is Hunter Clay. Still working from the stretch. Mims coming set, giving a look. And the 1-2, breaking ball. That one's going to hit Musselman in the back, and Musselman gets on base. So now there are runners on first and second for Toombs County. And that'll bring up another senior. That'll be Gray Stevens. Stevens on the season right now is batting .349 with an on-base percentage of .423. In the game on Tuesday, Stevens did go 2 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 base hits and a run scored. Where's number 22 for the team? He steps in, bats from the right-hand side. Here's the pitch. He puts this one by him high for ball 1. Now, I'm not in a press box today, so if you hear any background noise, just know it's nothing I can do about it. And by background noise, I'm talking about the wind. I've never minded if I heard fans, if fans get heard on the radio, because that's not an issue. That's something. 1-0. Sort of a check swing from Stevens, but that's going to be strike 1. Mims coming on the mound. Working from the stretch, Musselman has a lead at first. Lynn with a lead at second. Mims is going to come set. And the 1-1. Puts it way high. It's going to get by catcher Pope, and Lynn and Musselman will get down to second and third. So there are 2 runners in scoring position now for the Bulldogs in game 1 versus the Falcons. The Bulldogs scored 3 in the bottom of the first. Then they proceeded on to score 4 in the bottom of the second, a run in the third and fourth, and 3 in the bottom of the fifth to take the game in 5 innings, 12-2, by the 10-run run rule, which comes into effect in the fifth. Mims now deciding to work from the windup with runners at second and third. Coming set, 2-1 to Stevens. It is going to be called for strike 2. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes, senior Gray Stevens, as he steps back in. Mims from the windup. Winding, and here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to sail high, and now Stevens is working with a loaded count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Stevens steps in. Freshman Harris is in the on-deck circle. Mims coming set, winding. Here's the full count pitch. Stevens protecting, fouls this ball off back into the wall behind home plate, and the count will remain full. Stevens is going to step in. Mims coming set from the windup, winding, full count pitch, and that's going to be called for strike 3 on Gray Stevens, and that'll be 1 down. That'll bring up freshman Trayvon Harris. Harris on the season is batting .271 with an on-base percentage of .362. And he's one of 3 freshmen in the lineup today for the Bulldogs. Jesus Quintero is playing short. Trayvon Harris will be at third, and Brantley Upshaw will be on the mound. Here's the pitch to Harris. Harris puts this one backside, and it's going to drop into right field for a base hit. Lynn's going to score. Musselman is being waved around third, and Musselman's going to score. Bulldogs on top 2-0 on a 2-run RBI single by Trayvon Harris. And with 1 down, that'll bring up catcher Jason Dukes. Dukes on the season is batting .328 with an on-base percentage of .403. So Dukes is going to step in, batting from the right-hand side. Runner at first. Trayvon Harris is over there. Now he gets a lead. Mims working from the stretch. Harris has already taken his lead. Mims coming set on the mound. And here's the 1-out pitch. That's going to miss on Dukes for ball 1. Mims coming set. And the 1-0. That's going to be called for strike 1 on Dukes. On the season, in 61 at-bats, Dukes has had 20 hits, 17 singles, and 2 doubles. The 1-1, that's going to miss low, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike on Dukes. Dukes is stepping back in. Where's number 15 for the team? Mims coming set from the stretch. 2-1. And Dukes hits this one in the hole between short and third for a base hit. 1 down, runners on first and second. Here comes a guy who scored numerous runs for the Bulldogs in Tuesday's game. He had 2 RBIs, scoring a pair of runs each. They're going to put in Caden Verslewis to run for catcher Jason Dukes. He wears number 18. Now, the only concern I have for Brantley Upshaw being up to bat right now is the fact there's a huge hole in the net right in front of me. And the only time that's going to become a problem is when a lefty is up to bat. So, Brantley, if you can hear me, hit it that way. Upshaw, in 25 at-bats this season, has had 6 hits, all of them being goals, and he's had 3 RBIs. So he steps in, batting from the left-hand side. 1-out pitch. They're going to miss off the plate for ball 1 on Upshaw. who will also be pitching this game for the Bulldogs. Mims coming set, runners at first and second with a lead. That'd be Harris over at second, versus Lewis running for first. The 1-0. That's going to be called a strike at the knee on Upshaw. And the count's now even at 1. Mims receiving the sign from his catcher. And now coming set, giving a look back at Harris at second. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss and an off speed. And that'll make it strike 2. Mims going to come back onto the mound. Upshaw stepping back in. Mims going to come set. Harris with a lead. He looks back over there. 1-2 pitch to the plate. And Upshaw puts this one into right field. That's going to be a single for sure. Harris is going to touch home plate. Bulldogs now up 3-0. And Caden Verslewis, I wasn't looking at the field, but he's now standing on third base. I believe there was a play over there, and he was safe. They're going to put in a runner for pitcher Brantley Upshaw, and that's going to be junior Bryson Stanley. Now runners are on the corners for Alex Gordy. Gordy, another senior on this team, is batting .259 with an on-base percentage of .317. In 8 at-bats, he's had 15 hits, 11 singles, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs, 5 runs scored, and he's been hit by a pitch 4 times. And he's only walked once. So Gordy, batting from the right-hand side, steps in. First Lewis is getting a lead at third. Stanley a lead over at first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be called for strike 1 on Gordy. Mims coming back onto the mound. First Lewis and Stanley with a lead. 0-1 pitch. And Gordy takes that for strike 2. Gordy falling behind in the count, 0-2. On deck will be freshman Will Watts, sophomore Will Watts. Mims getting the ball back, now coming back on the mound. He's coming set. Stanley getting a lead over at first. Verse Lewis with a lead at third. Here's the pitch. And that's going to get away from catcher Pope. No go from Verse Lewis, but Stanley is going to get down to second. On the pass ball. Now Gordy has 1 ball, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the right-handed hitter for Toombs County. Gordy stepping back in. Mims receiving the sign from his catcher. Now coming set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Gordy, chopper, over to the shortstop, Donaldson. Fields it, fires to first, gets the out there, and Verse Lewis scores. So the Bulldogs are now on top, 4-0, on a sacrifice grounder by Alex Gordy. That'll bring up sophomore Will Watts. I don't know why I keep calling freshman. Watts batting. Where's number 19 on the season so far? He's batting .186 with an on-base percentage of .240. Here's the pitch. And that's going to miss and get by catcher Pope. Bryson Stanley is going to slide in safely. 5-0, Toombs County. That'll be ball 1 on Watts. Bases are now cleared for the right-handed hitter for Toombs County. On deck, another senior Foster Jones. Mims coming onto the mound. The count is 1 ball, no strikes on Watts. 1-0 pitch. Watts lines this one up the middle, and it's going to be in for a base hit. Watts is rounding first. He's headed to second. This ball rolls all the way to the fence. And head coach Derek James is going to hold him up there at second. So Watts, we're going to award him a double. Runner now at second in scoring position to bring up Foster Jones. Bulldogs are already on top, 5-0 here in the top of the first inning. And on deck would be senior Chandler Lynn, and that means we're almost back to the top of the order. Foster Jones being up to bat signifies that the Bulldogs have batted through the lineup, and there are 2 down. Pitch is in the dirt. That'll be ball 1 on Jones. Mims comes back onto the mound. Working from the stretch, Watts getting a lead, and now Watts is going to walk back to second as one of the East Lawrence coaches comes out of the dugout. And he's going to meet with his team on the mound. I don't think he's going to be making a pitching change.
Oh, yeah. We stack him up.
And they're still talking on the mound. I don't think it's going to be a pitching change. He's just talking. Will Watts is going to come over here and talk to head coach Derek James. And so is senior Foster Jones. Jones on the season right now is batting .227 with an on-base percentage of .292 for the team. Now the East Lawrence coach is going to walk off, and his infield is going to go back to their positions. Jones walking up to the plate. And now he's going to step in. Very talented archer, if you didn't know that. He can shoot the bow and arrow. So Jones is going to step in, 2 down, runner at second. Mims is coming set, giving a look at Watts, 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, that'll be called for strike 1. Counts now even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mims looking down, receiving the sign from his catcher. Watts with a lead at second. Mims now coming set. And the 1-1. Breaking ball again. And that's going to be called for strike 2. So Jones behind in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Mims coming set. Giving a look. 1-2 pitch. Jones gets a piece of upper to the pitcher. Mims fields it. Going to fire over to first. And it's going to get by first baseman Barber. That's going to score Watts. Foster Jones is now going into second. And that's where he'll stay on the error. But it scored another run for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs now on top 6-0. And that brings us back to Chandler Lynn. Lynn reached on a base hit on a 2-1 count in his first at bat. So he's 1 for 1 so far today. On deck, Chase Musselman, who was hit by a pitch to get on base. So Jones with a lead at second. And Mims is coming set, giving a look over there at Jones. Here's the pitch to the... And that's going to miss off for ball 1 on Lynn. Mims taking his time. He's going to come set. And the 1-0. That's going to get by catcher Pope. Jones is going to get down to third. And he makes his round, but he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to stay there. And that'll be ball 2 on Lynn. So a base hit here over to the right side will definitely score Jones. Well, really a base hit anywhere would score Jones. Standing on third base. Mims now going to work from the windup to a pitch. Is going to miss high. Chandler Lynn, always been known to have a good eye while batting. And he takes ball 3. Way ahead in the count, 3-0. Here's the pitch. And he puts that in for strike 1. The top of the first inning has been going on for 22 minutes now. That pitch is going to miss off the plate, and Lynn has reached on a walk. That'll bring up senior Chase Musselman with runners on the corners. Head coach Coach Derek James calling out one of their, signs, calls. It's on the number system now. And as I mentioned in the broadcast on Tuesday, head coach or former head coach Brian Fitzgerald did all the hand gestures and whatnot. Lynn getting a lead. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in for strike one on Musselman. And he's calling out another number, which they change them up regularly, so not to risk anyone figuring it out. But then again, when you come to a baseball game, I'm sure that's the least of your worries. If you're just watching, this pitch missing low, Lynn stealing before it ever left his hand. So now Bulldogs have 2 runners in scoring position on second and third. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike on Musselman. Mims working from the stretch. Jones, Lynn, they have their lead. Here's the 1-1. That's going to miss away, and that'll be ball 2. Musselman playing left field today for the Bulldogs. In the game on Tuesday, Musselman had 5 complete innings pitched. He allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, none of which were earned, had 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Mims coming set, and the 2-1. Musselman lines this one up the middle, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to score Foster Jones, and Lynn is racing to the plate, and Chandler Lynn is standing there safely, and Chase Musselman gets down to second, and the Bulldogs are now on top, 8-0. On a 2-run RBI single, which he turned into a double by Chase Musselman. But as far as scorekeeping goes, you would just award that the single. That'll bring up Gray Stevens. Stevens batting from the right. Mims with the pitch. It's going to miss low for ball 1. Musselman standing over there on second. And now he gets the lead. Second baseman working Musselman now retreats. 1-0 is in the dirt. That'll make it ball 2 on Stevens. Now the lead, I just noticed this, the lead Musselman gets at second is very familiar. And the reason I know that is because that is the way we were taught in middle school to take a lead from second base. 2-0, that's going to be called for strike 1. I guess another one to watch to see if they did that would be Alex Gordy. Mims coming set. And the 2-1 pitch. That's going to miss high, and that'll be ball 3. So Gray Stevens way ahead in the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 down. Musselman going to go ahead and get that lead at second. Mims is coming set. 3-1 pitch. Musselman going. Swing. Foul ball. So Musselman will have to go back.
There's 3-1 count. That's the second strike. There's 3-1 count. That's the second strike. That ball was wide, but he stopped the plate.
Okay, a little bit of confusion here. And it seems like I was also confused. It's actually the first time I've witnessed that this season, and it actually dawned on me that, yeah, if the catcher catches it, you can't steal. So that is my mistake. Musselman now standing on third. Full count pitch to Stevens. And that's just going to miss for ball 4. Now the Bulldogs have runners on the corners. With 2 down. That'll bring up Trayvon Harris. Harris scored the first 2 runs of the game for the Bulldogs on a 2-run RBI single earlier this inning. Bulldogs on top here in the top of the first, 8-0. Mims with the pitch. That's going to be called for strike 1 on Harris, outside edge. Yeah, there's a huge gaping hole in the net, which is right in front of where I'm sitting. 0-1. That's going to be called for strike 2. Mims coming on the mound, 2 down. He's way ahead in the count here on Harris, 0-2. And here's the pitch. That's just going to miss for ball 1. Musselman is standing in scoring position on third base. Gray Stevens is on first. Mims coming set. And the 1-2 is going to be in the dirt. Stevens was going to go, but then he decided not to. So runner still at first and third. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes on Harris. Mims coming set, 2-2 pitch. This ball's going to be popped up in the air into shallow center field. Center fielder Barwick's coming in, and he makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. So the Bulldogs do score the most they ever have in a given inning. They have scored 8 runs here in the top of the first. We're going to take a break and come back to East Dublin on Y101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU-FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
For over 35 years, Thriftway, your Galaxy food store, has been serving the community and is your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's meat department your first stop when you're looking for fresh, USDA-certified meats. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community for over 20 years. With their years of service and expertise, they are who you need to call when a family member is facing life's toughest challenges. CEO Jason Colbert will ensure that your family member is treated with the utmost decency and respect. You can call them today at 912-537-0063, or you can go by the facilities at 904 Mount Vernon Road in Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send their best wishes to Bulldog Senior number 22, Gray Stevens, and wish him the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
And welcome back. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs on top of the East Lawrence Falcons, 8-0. Up to bat first will be pitcher Ryan Mims, followed by center fielder Trey Barwick and shortstop Chase Donaldson. Brantley Upshaw is on the mound for the Bulldogs. Trayvon Harris is at third. Jesus Quintero is at short. Alex Gordy is at second. Will Watts is at first. And Jason Dukes is behind the plate. Chase Musselman's in left. Chandler Lynn's in center. And Foster Jones is in right. So right now, Brantley Upshaw has pitched 9.2 innings. He's pitched in 5 games. Right now his win-loss ratio is 1-3. He's allowed 20 hits, 25 runs, only 6 of them being earned, 18 walks, 19 strikeouts. He's hit a batter 3 times, and his ERA is 2.136. And looks like we're about ready to go. Upshaw pitching his last pitch, and the hat comes off. Me and his mother always talk about his hat coming off. And I tell her it's because he's putting so much power behind the pitch. But who knows why it comes off? I don't know.
Number 2, Ryan Mims.
I've never had the issue of a hat falling off my head simply because my head's so big. It takes up all the room in the hat. So Upshaw going to start from the windup, which is a little unlike him. Pitch to the plate. And that's going to miss for ball 1 on Mims. Upshaw coming set, still working from the windup. 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be fouled off for strike 1. Getting the ball back. I think it got by catcher Jason Dukes. Upshaw. Well, excuse me, it was fouled off. Upshaw steps back onto the mound. Winding, and the 1-1. And that pitch misses for ball 2. And usually the thing I say it's odd for Upshaw to work from the windup is because usually Upshaw works from the stretch, no matter who's on base. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be popped up into the air. It's going to stay in play. Jesus Quintero has called it. He's moved over to his right from his shortstop position and makes the catch for out number 1. I'll bring up center fielder Trey Barwick. Barwick in game 1 in Toombs County reached on an error in 3 at-bats. He was also hit by a pitch, and he grounded out to pitcher Chase Musselman. There's number 24, 1-out pitch from Upshaw. It's going to be a bit high for ball 1. Upshaw coming back onto the mound. Coming set, receiving the sign from catcher Jason Dukes, 1-0 pitch. And that's going to miss away for ball 2. And the hat came off. So Upshaw going to come back onto the mound. And here's the 2-0. This pitch is going to be to shallow center, and it's going to drop in for a base hit for Trey Barwick. And with 1 down and a runner at first, that's going to bring up shortstop Chase Donaldson. Donaldson's wearing number 22 for the team in the game on Tuesday night. Donaldson had a run scored. He went 0 for 3. He grounded out to shortstop Jesus Quintero twice. On one of those, fielder's choice, it scored a run. 1-out pitch. That's going to miss inside for ball 1. Upshaw now working from the stretch, which looks more like his normal style. And he's doing that because there's a runner at first, and pitchers typically tend to do that when there are people on base. If not, they steal and run for days. Next pitch missing high for ball 2. So Upshaw coming back onto the mound. Barwick has a lead at first. Upshaw coming set. And he's going to pick back over to first. Count remains 2 balls and no strikes. Upshaw giving a look at his runner, now coming set. 2-0 pitch. He puts that in for strike 1. Upshaw working back in the count. The count's currently 2 balls, 1 strike. He's going to look over at his runner at first. Now comes set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's in the dirt, but Dukes was able to block it up, and that'll make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Upshaw looking over his shoulder at his runner. Now comes set. Here's the 3-1. Oh, a little low, and that'll be called ball 4. Runners now on first and second for the East Lawrence Falcons.
Now batting number 7, Link Pope.
That'll bring up, I've been calling him Lynn, but I'm sorry. The other day, the C at the end of his name looked like an E. Pitch to him is going to be for ball 1. The name's Link Pope. And now head coach Derek James is coming out to bring Upshaw a different hat, which this has been going on for a while. And he's going to sit out there and talk to his pitcher for a second. Catcher Jason Dukes is also standing out there. Pope in game 1 on Tuesday had a run scored on a fielder's choice, going 0 for 3. Also flying out center fielder Chandler Lynn. Now Pope's going to walk up to the batter's box. He's going to bat from the right-hand side. Count is 1 ball and no strike. Upshaw going to come set from the stretch. Runners at first and second with a lead. Here's the 1-out pitch. That's going to miss low for ball 2. So Pope has worked ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Upshaw, the 2-0 pitch. This is going to be fouled off and out of play. And that'll be strike 1. Upshaw from the stretch, now coming set. Runners at first and second with a lead. 2 pitch. That's going to miss high for ball 3. So Pope is ahead here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Upshaw coming set. And the 3-1. And that's going to miss low, and that'll be ball 4. So the Falcons have the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up left fielder Kelton Mullis. Where's number 11? In game 1 on Tuesday, Mullis went 0 for 2. 1 out pitch from Upshaw. That's going to miss for ball 1. Seems like Upshaw is staying low in the strike zone, trying to induce a ground ball. 1-0 pitch. That's going to miss high, and that'll be ball 2. There is only 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bases are loaded for the Falcons. Bulldogs are on top currently 8-0. Upshaw winding 2-0. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 1. Upshaw going to work from the windup now. 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, blocked up by Dukes, and that'll be ball 3. Upshaw coming set. Winding. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Now it's a loaded count situation. Upshaw coming set. And here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 3 and 2 down. That'll bring up third baseman Jared Stewart. Stewart wearing number 10. He went 0 for 2 in game 1 on Tuesday night. Upshaw winding 2-out pitch. That's going to miss high for ball 1. Upshaw coming set. And the 1-0. And that hits him. And that's going to bring in an unearned run for the Falcons. Bulldogs' 8-0 lead has now been cut down by a run. And the bases are still loaded. With 2 outs.
Now batting number 4.
Time was called at first, so Upshaw stepped off. Now he's going to step back on. Upshaw, 2-out pitch to the plate. That's going to get away from Dukes, and that's going to score another run. Runners now down to second and third. 8-2 is the current score. And that'll be ball 2. On Hunter Clay, the right fielder, 2-0 pitch is going to miss outside for ball 3. So Clay way ahead here in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Upshaw working from the stretch. Runner at second and third. 3-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt, and that'll be ball 4. So 2 down, and the bases are loaded once again for the Falcons. They'll bring up first baseman Garrett Barber. 2 out of the plate. That's going to be called for strike 1 on Barber. Barber went 0 for 1 with a walk in game 1 on Tuesday. Upshaw winding, 0-1 pitch upstairs for ball 1. Upshaw working from the windup, coming set, winding, and 1. This ball's going to be chopped foul, third base side, and that'll be strike 2. So they got that ball back in. Upshaw looking around his field. Now he's going to come back on the mound. Umpire dusting off home plate first. And now everybody's going to step back in. Upshaw. Winding. Here's the 1-2. This ball is going to be hit onto the ground. Jesus Quintero fields it, fires to first, and that will be out number 3. So the Bulldogs only give up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first, and they maintain quite a stealthy lead. The score is 8-2 here in East Dublin. We're going to take a break and come back on Y101.
Just when you thought the chicken sandwich war was over, it's coming back in a big way with Zaxby's new signature sandwich. It's a double hand-breaded filet, split-top bun, 3 zesty pickles, and if that wasn't enough, it's smothered in Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. That's right, it's such a big deal, we made a totally new sauce to give it the kick it deserves. The other guys won't know what hit them. The new Zaxby's signature sandwich. Have you tried it yet?
Have you heard the news? There's a new business in town. Doodlebugs, formerly Pitch and Stitch, is owned and operated by Mona Jones. Doodlebugs is located at 111 Southeast Main Street in Vidalia. We embroider, screen print, and vinyl most items. Come see us Monday through Friday. Our hours are 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We can't wait to see you at Doodlebugs.
Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to East Dublin for Game 2 between the East Lawrence Falcons and the Toombs County Bulldogs. Up to bat will be junior Jason Dukes. Dukes reached on a base hit in his first at bat in the top of the first inning when the Bulldogs scored 8 runs. And the Falcons scored 2 in the bottom of the first. The Bulldogs are only ahead by 6, and I hope that wasn't thunder I just heard in the distance because it does look cloudy back that way. And it's pretty clear behind me. Over towards that direction, it's very cloudy and thundering. Mims is still on the mound, and Jason Dukes is going to walk. He now steps in. Mims going to work from the windup to begin with. First pitch to Dukes. Dukes is going to put up into the air into center field. Center fielder is going back, and that ball is going to bounce up against the fence. Dukes is rounding first. He's headed to second, and Dukes is standing on second with a double. So I'll put a runner in scoring position to bring up freshman Brantley Upshaw. And they're going to pin in Verse Lewis again to run for Dukes. Upshaw batting from the left-hand side. Mims now going to work from the stretch. Runner at second. Verse Lewis getting a lead. And Mims is going to pitch to the plate. Off-speed pitch off the plate for ball 1 to Upshaw. Upshaw steps in. Mims coming set. 1-0. And he fouls this one back for strike 1. Count now even 1 ball, 1 strike on freshman Brantley Upshaw. Upshaw makes his way back to the plate, now stepping in. Counts even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mims coming set. Verse Lewis with a lead at second. 1-1 pitch is going to get by catcher Link Pope. And Verse Lewis is going to get down to third. And that'll be ball 2 on Upshaw. Mims cleaning out from around the rubber. He now comes on. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike on left-handed batter Brantley Upshaw. 2-1 pitch. Upshaw hits it off of his foot. So I think he's going to give up first base, but the pitcher actually dropped the ball. They finally called it a dead ball. They did come off of Upshaw's foot. So now it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. And during all of that, the wind blew the net closer to my phone, so it actually unfocused the camera. Upshaw now going to go down and talk to head coach Derek James. Burst Lewis is in scoring position on third base. And Upshaw is going to come back to the plate. And he's going to step in. The count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the top of the second. Mims coming set from the stretch. 2-2. And Upshaw hits a chopper up the middle. And it's going to get by second baseman Tex Edge. And that's going to score a run. Runner now at first. No outs. That'll bring up senior Alex Gordy. Gordy going to step in, batting from the right-hand side. They put in Bryson Stanley to run for Brantley Upshaw. Stanley with a lead over at first. Mims coming set on the mound. Here's the pitch to Gordy. Breaking ball called for strike 1. Mims coming back on the mound. No balls, 1 strike on Gordy. Stanley with a lead at first. Mims with the 0-1. Gordy sends this one up the middle, and it's going to be caught by center fielder Trey Barwick. And Stanley got back to first. 1 down. That's going to bring up sophomore Will Watts. Watts reached on a double in his at-bat in the top of the first inning. So Mims is coming set, pitch to the plate, off speed. I guess it's strike 1. I didn't hear the umpire make any noise, or maybe I just overlooked it. So 0-1 on Watts. Mims going to pick back over to first. Stanley's there safely. Mims working from the stretch, now coming set. Stanley with a lead. 0-1. Watts sends this one up into the air, over towards center fielder Trey Barwick again, and makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. Stanley getting back to first base. And I'll bring up Foster Jones. Jones was reaching on the air in his first at bat, which scored a run. And Jones steps in, batting from the right-hand side. Mims coming set. Stanley with the lead. 2-out pitch to the plate. High. Stanley's going. Here's the throw, and Stanley is out. And that will be out number 3. So the Bulldogs score 1 more run here in the top of the second, and they lead 9-2. We'll take a break and come back on Y101.
It's baseball season, and we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams. When life strikes with sudden expenses, First Franklin has been there to help for over 80 years. We offer fixed loan rates up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit us online at oneffc.com or give us a call at 537-3062. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License C5656.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tar Land and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tar Land and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call at 912-565-8850, and don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
We're in the bottom of the second inning here on Y101. Score is 9-2, Toombs County against the East Lawrence Falcons. Up to bat now will be second baseman Tex Edge. Where's number 17 for the team?
For the Falcons, number 17, Tex Edge.
Now, Musselman in Tuesday's game seemed to struggle pitching with this guy. First pitch from Upshaw. He puts it in for strike one. Upshaw now coming set. 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball one. So I'm telling you, this is something new for Upshaw. Is working from the wind-up. 1-1. Missing high. That'll make it 2-1. Usually he works from the stretch. 2-1 pitch. Swing. And a miss for strike two. Upshaw. Coming set on the mound. Winding. And here's the 2-2. It's going to miss high. And that'll load up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Upshaw winding, full count pitch, swing, and a miss, and Upshaw gets the strikeout. 1 down.
Next up for the Falcons, number 2, Ryan Mims.
That'll bring up pitcher Ryan Mims. He flew out to shortstop Jesus Quintero over here behind the third base position, out in the grass. Upshaw still working from the windup, and the 1-out pitch. Is going to be hit up into the air, over towards center, towards Chandler Lynn. He moves around out there, moves to his left, and makes the catch. And that will be out number 2. 2 down. That'll bring up Trey Barwick. Barwick reached on a base hit in his first at bat in the bottom of the first inning. So Barwick is going to step in. He had a base hit on a 2-0 count. Where's number 24? 2-out pitch, swing, and a miss for strike one. Upshaw coming set, winding, 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, missing inside. Excuse me, so that was an off speed. 1-1. And the pitch is going to be hit up into the air, over towards right. Foster Jones is running in and makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. So Brantley Upshaw on the Bulldog defense having a 3-up, 3-down inning in the bottom of the second. And to the top of the third we go. Bulldogs leading 9-2 as we break on Y101.
Are you responsible for the care of a loved one? Hi, this is Trent Akins from All Care Pharmacy. With All Care Pharmacy's Care Plus prescription plan, managing their medications has never been easier. Monthly boxes are organized by date and time in securely sealed packages for accuracy and convenience. No more sorting pills or juggling prescription bottles. Call 526-3200 to enroll in our free Care Plus prescription service today. All Care Pharmacy. We manage your medication so you can manage your life.
McClendon Enterprises Incorporated is your local go-to contractor for turnkey civil construction services. We've been a proud supporter of local athletics since our start in 1979 and are appreciative of the values instilled in our youth by the coaches and staff of the Toombs County school system over these years. If you're interested in pursuing a challenging yet rewarding career in civil construction, please visit our website at mcclendenenterprises.com today. And always remember, go Dogs! Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
And we're back in the top of the third inning. Up to bat will be Foster Jones. He didn't get to really have an at-bat In the top of the second inning, there was a runner thrown out at second. And it ended Jones's at bat, so now he's going to try it again here in the top of the third. So he steps in, batting from the right-hand side. Ryan Mims still on the mound for the East Lawrence Falcons. Winding, pitch to the plate. Jones gets under this one and sends it out of play for strike one. Mims coming back on. Winding, 0-1 pitch to Jones. This ball sailed way high, and that'll be ball one. Chandler Lynn from the on-deck circle going to get that ball. And he's back. 1-1 pitch. Jones hits it foul, first base side. Now the count is 1-2 strikes on Foster Jones. Mims from the windup. And the 1-2. That's going to be called, and that'll be strike three on Jones. And that'll be out number one to bring us back to the top of the order to senior Chandler Lynn. Lynn's going to fix up the left-hand batter's box. Because, you know, if you're not familiar with the sport, people dig around in there with their cleats and they'll create holes and it could affect your at-bat. 1-out pitch is going to be in for a strike on Lynn. Lynn in the game so far is 1-for-1 with a walk, having a base hit in the top of the first and walking in the top of the first. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, missing for ball one. Mims from the windup, coming set, winding. 1-1 pitch is going to be called for strike two. In the top of the third in the game on Tuesday, the Bulldogs scored a run. That's when they gave up 2 runs to the Falcons. 1-2 pitch is going to be hit foul and out of play. Actually, it stayed in play. Catcher wasn't able to get to it. So the count remains 1-2 strikes on Chandler Lynn. Chase Musselman's on deck so far today. He's 1-for-1 with a hit by a pitch, having a 2-run RBI single in his second at bat in the top of the first. Mims coming set. 1-2 pitch. Lynn waits on it, hits it on the ground to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, fires to first. Lynn's there safely. With 1 down, that'll bring up senior Chase Musselman, and on deck is another senior. That'd be Gray Stevens. So Musselman steps in again on the day, 1-for-1 with a hit by a pitch, 2 runs scored. And Lynn going to go ahead and get a lead at first. Mims now working from the stretch. Coming set. 1-out pitch. Musselman was showing bunt, did not pull back, so that'll be strike one. Musselman steps back in, batting from the right-hand side. Lynn with a lead. And Mims is going to throw it back over there. Lynn's there safely. Mims coming back onto the mound. Count is 0-1 strike. Here's the pitch, runner going. And here's the throw to second. Lynn is there safely. And that'll be ball one. Musselman steps in. Mims receiving the sign from his catcher. Now coming set, giving a look at Lynn. And the 1-1. It's going to hit in the dirt, and that'll be ball 2 on Musselman. Blocked up by catcher Pope. Mims from the stretch. Now coming set. Lynn with a lead over at second. 2-1 pitch. Swing. Made no touch on the ball. It got by catcher Pope, and Chandler Lynn is going to get down to third. Now the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Musselman. If you're just tuning in, it is the top of the third. Bulldogs are on top 9-2 here against the East Lawrence Falcons. Mims now going to work from the stretch with a runner at third. 2-2 pitch to the plate. And Musselman chops this one foul, third base side. One foot out of the box. And Mims is going to request a different ball. Or that would only be because they got that foul ball back in. So Mims from the windup, stepping back in. And the 2-2. Musselman fouls this one out of play. Onto the press box. Musselman steps back in. Mims coming back on. Counts even at 2. Mims is winding. And here's... And that's going to miss away. And that'll be ball 3. Mims coming back onto the mound. Musselman with a full count. 1 down. Runner at third. Scoring position. Full count pitch. Swing. And a miss. And that'll be strike 3. 2 down. I'll bring up Gray Stevens. Stevens today is 0 for 1 with a walk. So he steps in. Mims working from the windup still. Runner at third. 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Mims coming back on the mound. Coming set. And the 0-1. Yes. Going to miss low for ball 1. Stevens stepping back in game 1 on Tuesdays. Stevens going 2 for 2, 1-1. Missing low. That'll make it 2-1. I'm not sure what's going on now, but the catcher, Link Pope, I think he's asking for more balls. And he is. Give to the umpire. And they get one over to Mims. Game started at 5:30. We've now been playing an hour and 6 minutes. And Mims with the 2-1. Stevens hits this one foul, third base side. Counts now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lynn getting his lead at third. 2-2 pitch for Mims. Swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 3. Ryan Mims retires the Bulldogs on 3 strikeouts here in the top of the third. And to the bottom of the inning we go. Bulldogs still leading 9-2 as we break. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball on Y101.
Hello, my name is Kathy Benton with People's Bank. Our young people are our business owners and community leaders of tomorrow. Here at People's Bank, we take great pride in supporting the youth of Toombs County in all their endeavors, whether it's sports or academics. People's Bank wishes you great success. We love our community, and we are here to help you make your dreams a reality. People's Bank, serving our community for over 85 years, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
tired after a hard day at work, or do you just not feel like cooking after church? Then go let the friendly folks at Shoney's in Vidalia do all the cooking for you and yours. Get their delicious 8-piece fried chicken meal with 2 large sides, 4 biscuits, and a gallon of that famous sweet tea, all for $18.99. Shoney's also offers it in a 12-piece and a 16-piece. Go let the friendly folks at Shoney's take the work out of dinner at 2505 Highway 280 in Vidalia, or call 912-537-0922.
Now we're going back to the field for more high school with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to the east side of Dublin. We're in East Lawrence today for Game 2 of the 3-game series versus the Falcons. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, it is imperative for the Bulldogs, if they want a chance in the playoffs, to win all 3 of these games versus the Falcons and to at least win 2 against the Tigers next week. Up to bat now will be Chase Donaldson, the shortstop. First pitch to him from Upshaw, misses away for ball 1. And Donaldson's wearing number 22. He reached on a 3-1 walk, 1-0. And that's going to miss for ball 2. Duke's really trying to frame that pitch. 2-0. It is going to be called for strike 1. Upshaw coming back on. Winding. 2-1. Pitch fouled off. Out of play. That'll make it 2-2. Bulldogs didn't score any in the third. Mims got all 3 outs on strikeouts. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 3, 1 down. That'll bring up Link Pope, who reached on a walk on a 3-1 count as well in his first at bat in the bottom of the first inning. Upshaw going to wind, pitch to the plate. Is going to miss low for ball 1. Upshaw winding, 1-0. It's going to miss high. And that'll be ball 2. Upshaw from the windup, 2-0 pitch to the plate. That's high. And Pope has worked ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. So Upshaw way behind here. Winding, 3-0. And that's going to miss for ball 4. So they'll put a runner at first to bring up Kelton Mullis, who struck out on a full count pitch in his first at bat.
Next up, number 11, Kelton Mullis.
So Mullis steps in. Upshaw now working from the stretch. Runner at first with a lead. And he's going to deliver to the plate. This pitch fouled off into the net for strike 1. Assistant coach Hayne Brandt running over here to get it. And people do that typically to save time in the game and also to save the catcher from having to get up and walk all the way back there. Especially if it's a foul ball or there's no one on base, because it really doesn't matter. 0-1 pitch is going to be line foul, third base side. For strike 2. Upshaw. Waiting for the runner to get back to first. Now coming set. Winding in the 0-2. Breaking ball. And it's going to be ball 1. I believe the Bulldog dugout thought that was strike 3. I also think that the batter, Kelton Mullis, thought that was strike 3. Upshaw made a move as if he was going to pick to first, but did not. Runner got back. Counts 1-2. Upshaw looking over there. Now coming set. Winding and the pitch. It's going to be chopped onto the ground to Trayvon Harris. Fields it. It's going to go 1. And that'll be out number 2. And that'll make it 2 down. That'll bring up third baseman Jarrett Stewart. Stewart was hit by a pitch in his first at bat in the bottom of the first inning. He wears number 10 for the Falcons. He's going to step in. Bats from the right-hand side. Falcons have a runner in scoring position here. Runner at second, 2-out pitch. He popped up into the air. Number 3. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Bulldogs leading 9-2 as we break on Y101.
Does your home have its own weather pattern? Rivers Air Conditioning and Heating can help you by servicing your current system or by providing you with a new energy-efficient Linux system featuring innovative iComfort 530 thermostats that lets you monitor and adjust your home system anywhere from your smartphone app. Call Rivers Air Conditioning today at 912-537-8490 or visit them online at riversac.net. Patriot Gas in Vidalia is happy to serve its community, and it's serving its community for over 15 years. With a combined experience of over 55 years and the only true locally owned gas service in town. And if you need them on the weekend, they'll be there too. From gas logs to fireplaces to stoves and propane, Patriot Gas in Vidalia is the only choice to get the job done efficiently and effectively. If you need to call them, the number is 537-1943, or you can go by and visit the location, 209 Green Street in Vidalia.
And now we take you back to the field for all the action of the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to East Dublin. We're in the top of the fourth inning as the Toombs County Bulldogs are playing game 2 of the 3-game series versus the East Lawrence Falcons. Ryan Mims is on the mound still for the Falcons. Up to bat will be freshman Trayvon Harris. Harris will be followed by junior Jason Dukes, and after junior Jason Dukes will be freshman Brantley Upshaw. The catcher, Link Pope, just getting back onto the field. From the dugout, Mims still warming up. The Bulldogs will be back in action tomorrow at home for Game 3, final game of the series versus the Falcons, with a first pitch that will be at 5:45. So up to bat now will be freshman Trayvon Harris. And Harris bats from the right-hand side. He wears number 13 for the Bulldogs, playing third base. And Mims working from the windup, pitching to the plate. Pitch is going to miss away for ball 1. Mims coming set, winding. 1-0 pitch to Harris is going to miss for ball 2. Harris today is 1 for 2, scoring 2 runs in the top of the first inning on a 2-run RBI single. 2-0 pitch. That's going to for strike 1. Harris on the season right now in 48 at-bats, had 13 hits, all 13 of those being singles. Next pitch missing on the inside, and that'll make it 3-1. Mims winding, 3-1 pitch. Harris chops this one over the head of the third baseman and into left field for a base hit. That'll bring up junior catcher Jason Dukes. Dukes is 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. 61 at-bats this season. Dukes has had 20 hits, 17 singles, 2 doubles, and even a triple. He's had 13 RBIs, 5 runs scored, and been hit by a pitch 5 times. So Mims from the stretch, pitching to the plate. That's going to be high to Dukes for ball 1. Mims coming set. 1-0 pitch. It's going to move inside on Dukes for ball 2. Mims coming from the stretch, coming set, 2-0 pitch, and that's inside also. Duke's way ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. So Mims coming set. 3-0 pitch. And that's going to miss for ball 4. Jason Dukes getting down to first base. And there are no outs. They're going to put in Caden versus Lewis once again. Run for catcher Jason Dukes. And I believe they're going to make a pitching change, bringing in number 10, third baseman Jared Stewart, to warm up for the Falcons. So as he does that, we're going to take a break and send it back to the station. Bulldogs 9, Falcons 2, as we break on Y101.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Come check out these great spring deals at Toombs Auto Parts in Lyons and Brockton Auto Parts in Swainsboro, your local Napa dealer. Get a Craftsman 6-gallon wet dry bag with attachments just $49.99. McGuire's Gold Class Car Wash $7.99. Gear Up Cotton Diaper Cloths $3.99. And get a Blue Fuel Magnetic Pocket Light, the 10-watt rechargeable work light, or the 3-watt rechargeable LED headlamp. Your choice, only $24.99. They also make hydraulic hoses at Toombs Auto Parts in Lyons and Brockton Auto Parts in Swainsboro, your local Napa dealer.
If you're tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month for prescription fills, All Care Pharmacy can help. With our Care Plus program, we contact your doctor for refills. We fill all of your regular monthly medications at one time and package them by dose. This way, you only have to make one trip to the pharmacy to pick up your medications. Call All Care Pharmacy at 912-524-0100 for more information about this free service.
Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back. We're still in the top of the 4th inning. The East Lawrence Falcons made a pitching change, putting Jared Stewart on the mound and putting Ryan Mims over at third. Up to bat now will be Brantley Upshaw on the day so far. Upshaw's 1 for 2, having an RBI single and reaching on an error, which scored a run. So Upshaw from the left-hand side. Stewart coming set. Here's the pitch. That sails high, and that'll be ball 1. Upshaw stepping back in. Stewart from the stretch. Runners are at first and second. Harris with the lead versus Lewis with the lead, who's running for Jason Dukes. 1-0 pitch. Missing high. And that'll be ball 2. There are no outs here in the top of the 4th. And runners on first and second. 2-0 missing away. Upshaw way ahead here. 3 balls and no strikes. Stewart with a 3-0. He puts that in for strike 1 on Upshaw. Upshaw steps back in. Runners are at first and second for the Bulldogs. Trayvon Harris getting a lead. 3-1 pitch. And that gets by the catcher. And doesn't matter. It'll be ball 4. And now the bases are loaded for Alex Gordy. Gordy today has scored a run. Sacrifice grounder over to the shortstop, Chase Donaldson. And then he flew out to center fielder Trey Barwick. Going to put in Bryson Stanley to run for Brantley Upshaw. And now Alex Gordy's up to bat. Bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. Gordy wearing number 8. Stewart now going to work from the windup. Here's the pitch to the plate. It's going to be in for strike 1 on Gordy. Gordy steps back in. Stewart coming set. Winding, 0-1. And that's going to miss off the plate for ball one. Stewart coming back onto the mound. One pitch. That's going to be called for strike two on Gordy. He's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stewart winding. 1-2 pitch. Swing. And a miss. And that'll be strike 3. 1 down. That'll bring up sophomore Will Watts. Watts today is 1 for 2. And the bases are still loaded for the Bulldogs. Stewart still working from the windup. Winding, 1 out pitch. Watts gets under this one and sends it high up into the air, over to left field. And the ball is not going to be caught, so everybody's going to have to run. Verse Lewis is being sent. Trayvon Harris has already scored. Verse Lewis touching home. And now it's 11-2, Toombs County. Runners are now at first and second. And that'll bring up Foster Jones. Jones today is 0 for 2 with a run scored. Stewart now working from the stretch. Runners at first and second have their lead. Here's the 1 out pitch. That's going to miss off the plate for ball one. Stewart now coming set, giving a look back at Bryson Stanley, who's running for Brantley Upshaw. Next pitch is going to be chopped onto the ground to shortstop Chase Donaldson. Flips it, gets the out at second. Throw to first is offline. So Jones is there safely. Stanley is not going to go from third. He's going to hang there. Now runners are on the corners for senior Chandler Lynn. And there are 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs on top, 11-2. And what's going on, an hour and a half of baseball. Lynn steps in. And of course, he bats from the left-hand side. Foster Jones with lead at first. Bryson Stanley getting a lead here at third. Here's the pitch. That's missing off the plate for ball one on Lynn. Chandler Lynn today is 1 for 2 with a walk, having a base hit in the top of the first and walking in the top of the first and then reaching on an error in the top of the third on shortstop Chase Donaldson. 1-0 pitch. That's going to miss away. Lynn working ahead, 2-0. The Bulldogs win here today. It'll improve their region record to 4-7, their overall record to 12-11. However, if they drop today's game, they'll fall to 11-12 overall, 3-8 on the region. 2-0 pitch is going to be called for strike one. So Lynn steps in. Jones going to get a lead at first. Stanley going to get a lead at third. Stewart with the pitch. Runner going. Ball is popped up into the air. It's going to stay in play. And it's going to drop in fair territory. So Stanley's going to touch home plate. And the score is 12-2, Toombs County. I'll bring up Chase Musselman. With 2 down. And at first and second. Musselman today, 1 for 2 with a hit by a pitch, RBI single, and a strikeout. Pitch to him, hits him on the back of the helmet, and that loads up the bases. For Gray Stevens. So Stevens today is 0 for 2 with a walk. So he's looking for a base hit in today's game. Currently down there looking at Chase Musselman to make sure he's okay. That ball did hit him right on the helmet. So it looks like he's okay, and the umpires are satisfied, so they're going to go back to their positions. So Stevens stepping in. Stewart winding, 2-out pitch. And that's going to miss for ball 1. Yeah, the scoreboard is currently wrong. Score is 12-2 Toombs County. Scoreboard reads 11. 1-0 pitch to Stevens is going to be low for ball 2. Stewart working from the windup. Bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. 2-0. And that's going to miss high to make it 3-0. And with Stevens batting, that means the Bulldogs have batted through their lineup here in the top of the 4th inning. On deck is Trayvon Harris, who the inning started with. 3-0 pitch to the plate. And that's going to be called for strike 1. Stewart coming onto the mound. Winding. And the 3-1 is in the dirt. And that'll walk in a run. Score is now 13-2, Toombs County. And with 2 down, that'll bring up Trayvon Harris. And the catcher, Link Pope, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Jarrett Stewart. Stewart entering this inning during Brentley Upshaw's at bat. Trayvon Harris started the inning. On the day, Harris is 2 for 3 with a 2-run RBI single, a single, and flew out to center fielder Trey Barwick. So Harris steps in, batting from the right-hand side. Stewart coming set, 2-out pitch. Is going to be called for strike 1. Stewart coming set. Bases still loaded for the Bulldogs. 0-1 pitch is going to be fouled off. And that's going to be strike 2. Jason Duke's going to get that ball from the on-deck circle. But he knows the struggle of being behind home plate as he is the catcher for the Bulldogs. 0-2 pitch to Harris is going to be in the dirt. Blocked up by catcher Pope. That'll be ball 1. Stewart coming back onto the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coming set, winding. And here's the 1-2. Harris chops this one foul, third base side. Out remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stewart coming set, winding, and the 1-2. That's going to hit Harris on the helmet, and that's going to walk in a run. Bulldogs now leading 14-2. With 2 down, that'll bring up catcher Jason Dukes. Dukes today is 2 for 2 with a walk, and the bases are still loaded. Jason Dukes batting from the right-hand side. Where's number 15? He's stepping in. Stewart's coming set. 2-out pitch to the plate. Dukes hits this one on the ground. The third baseman, Ryan Mims. He fields it, steps on third, and that'll end the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, Bulldogs 14, East Lawrence Falcons 2 as we break on Y101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lyons, Vidalia, Y101.
ASE certified. Stevens Truck Center has what truckers need for their trucks. Truck parts, truck sales, truck servicing, for overhauls to wiring to rear end to transmission repairs. Stevens Truck Center is ASE certified to repair your trucks. Call 912-526-3117. Stevens Truck Center, Highway number 1 in Lyons.
K&K Septic Tank Service, Highway 130 East in Vidalia, will take care of all your septic tank troubles. Ronald Kite is licensed and has over 25 years of professional experience. When the job needs to be right, call the best. That's K&K Septic Tank. Get ready for his numbers, 537-2319 or 293-2319. And again, that's K&K Septic Tank Service in Vidalia.
Tracking and controlling all aspects of your debit card in real time is not only convenient, but also smart. Altamaha Bank & Trust now offers a digital debit card app. The ABT Card app offers enriched transaction information, safety controls, and spending insights. You'll be able to stop card thieves in their tracks when necessary. Download the ABT Card app in the Apple or Google Play Store today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to East Dublin. Toombs County leading 14-2. Scoreboard still reads wrong. And I'm standing by that because I know I watched Bryson Stanley touch home plate. That was when, I don't know, there was some confusion on the field. Ball dropped in fair territory. Some people thought it was fouled, but Bryson Stanley did walk across home plate. And that was one of the 5 runs the Bulldogs scored in the top of the 4th. Brantley Upshaw is still on the mound for Toombs County. And he starts off with a wild pitch there, getting by Dukes behind home plate, and that'll be ball 1 to right fielder Hunter Clay. And I'm going to look. I don't think there's any run rule here in the 4th. It only applies in the 3rd and in the 5th. 1-0 is going to miss for ball 2. Upshaw coming set on the mound. 2-0 pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Upshaw coming set from the windup. 2-1 is going to be hit onto the ground to shortstop Jesus Quintero. Fields it cleanly. Here's the throw to first. And that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up first baseman Garrett Barber. He's wearing number 9 today. He grounded out to Jesus Quintero in his at-bat.
Next up for the Falcons, number 9, Garrett Barber.
So Upshaw winding. First is way high for ball 1. Upshaw from the windup. 1-0 pitch is going to be hit onto the ground to second baseman Alex Gordy. He fields it, fires to first, and that'll be out number 2. 2 down to bring up second baseman Tex Edge. Edge struck out on a full count in his first at bat. So he bats from the right-hand side.
Number 17, Tex Edge.
First pitch from Upshaw, missing off the plate for ball 1. Missing in the dirt, getting away from catcher Jason Dukes. That'll be ball 2. Upshaw coming set, winding. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's in the dirt, and that's ball 3. Edge way ahead. Upshaw with 3-0, and that misses for ball 4. So Edge reaching on a walk, and it'll bring us to the top of the order for the East Lawrence Falcons. That'll bring us to Ryan Mims. Mims today has flown out to shortstop Jesus Quintero and flown out to center fielder Chandler Lynn.
Next up for the Falcons, number 2, Ryan Mims.
So Mims steps in with two out, center runner at first. Upshaw from the stretch, 2-out pitch to the plate is going to be in for strike one. Upshaw going to look over at his runner at first, now coming set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This ball is going to be chopped onto the ground. Trayvon Harris comes over and doesn't make the throw anywhere. Not sure if he really had a chance. So that's going to be considered an infield hit. 2 down. Going to bring up Trey Barwick. Barwick's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a fly out to right fielder Foster Jones.
Now batting number 24, Trey Barwick.
So Upshaw going to work from the stretch. And here's the pitch. That's going to miss high for ball 1. Upshaw getting the ball back. Runners at first and second, both with a lead. 1-0 pitch to the plate is going to miss high again. That'll make it 2-0. Barwick ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Upshaw coming set. And the 2-0 pitch is going to be put in for a strike. Barwick fouling this one off out of play. So now it's 2-1. Upshaw coming set. Runners have their lead. 2-1 pitch is going to be popped up into the air. It's going to stay in play. Trayvon Harris. Or actually, it was a little bit of confusion there over who was going to catch it, but somebody eventually caught it. That was Jesus Quintero. It looked more like Trayvon Harris's ball, but at least somebody caught it. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. Score is 14-2 Toombs County as we break on Y101.
For over 35 years, Thriftway, your Galaxy food store, has been serving the community as your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's meat department your first stop when you're looking for fresh USDA-certified meats. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community for over 20 years. With their years of service and expertise, they are who you need to call when a family member is facing life's toughest challenges. CEO Jason Colbert will ensure that your family member is treated with the utmost decency and respect. You can call them today at 912-537-0063, or you can go by the facilities at 904 Mount Vernon Road in Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send their best wishes to Bulldog Senior number 22, Gray Stevens, and wish him the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldogs baseball right here on Y101.
And we're in the top of the 5th here at East Dublin as the Toombs County Bulldogs are taking on the East Lawrence Falcons. The Bulldogs are ahead 14-2. And the scoreboard still reads wrong. So I hope everyone's keeping up with it. Brantley Upshaw is up to bat for the Bulldogs. First pitch to him is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. Upshaw today is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Or excuse me, an RBI and a run scored. 1-0 pitch to Upshaw is in the dirt at his feet for ball 2. Jarrett Stewart still on the mound for the Falcons. Working from the windup currently. Upshaw batting from the left-hand side to a pitch from Stewart. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And it looked like those rain clouds that were building over there in that direction have gone away. 2-1 pitch to Upshaw is going to be lined up the middle for a base hit. Put a runner at first to bring up Alex Gordy. And they're going to put in Galen Wilds to run for pitcher Brantley Upshaw. And up to bat now is Alex Gordy. Gordy today is 0 for 3 with a run scored, so he's looking for a base hit in today's game. So he's stepping in. Galen Wilds at first for Upshaw. Wilds is a freshman this year. So Stewart working from the stretch. Wilds with the lead at first, and the pitch to the plate is going to hit Alex Gordy, and that'll put runners on first and second. To bring up Will Watts. Watts today has reached on a double, flew out to the center fielder Trey Barwick, and reached on an error that scored 2 runs. So Stewart's going to come set. Runners at first and second with their lead. Pitch to the plate, and Watts rips one into left field for a base hit. And now the bases are loaded to bring up senior Foster Jones. Or excuse me, that is Bryson Stanley. It's Bryson Stanley entering the game with the bases loaded. Stanley bats from the right-hand side. On the season right now, Bryson Stanley is batting 143 with an on-base percentage of 244. He's had 5 singles, 3 RBIs, 5 runs scored, and has been hit by a pitch once. First pitch to him is going to be called for strike 1. Bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. Stewart winding, 0-1 pitch. Stanley gets under it. It's going to be a fly ball field. Second baseman takes edge, moves over to the center of the field, makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring the Bulldogs to the top of the order to senior Chandler Lynn. Lynn's going to step in from the left-hand side. On the day, Lynn is batting 2 for 3 with a single, an RBI. Lynn stays in, bases loaded. You have Galen Wilds at third, running. Upshaw, Alex Gordy at second. Reaching on a hit by a pitch. First pitch to Lynn, going to be called for strike 1. And you have Will Watts on first, who reached on a base hit. Here's the pitch, though. 0-1 is going to be pulled. First base side. Strike 2. Lynn stepping back in. Kind of in the back of the box. Behind the count, 0-2. Stewart with the pitch. And Lynn reaching out, hits it on the ground to Tech's edge at second base. He bobbles it, and everybody is safe everywhere. A run scored. 15-2 Bulldogs. Alex Gordy's going to score. That's 16-2. And Watts and Lynn are down to second and third. Score is 16-2 Toombs County. And instead of Chase Musselman coming up to bat, they're going to bring in Carson Brady. And on deck, the senior Gray Stevens. Runners are on second and third in scoring position for the Bulldogs. Stewart coming onto the mound, working from the windup. Stewart winding, and here's the pitch. Brady hits this one on the ground to the shortstop. Shortstop bobbles it, Chase Donaldson, and he's going to throw Brady out at first, and the Bulldogs score another run, 17-2. And with 2 down, that'll bring up Jesus Quintero, who is hitting for himself. Quintero wearing number 9. He was ready to go, but the umpire wasn't. He's right. Like I tell you, the umpires have to write this stuff down. Keep up with it. And the score is 17-2, Toombs County. So Jesus Quintero for the varsity team this season is batting .118 with an on-base percentage of .111. 2-out pitch to the plate. And Quintero is going to take it for strike 1. Quintero steps back. Stewart coming set, winding with the 0-1. That's going to miss away for ball 1. Stewart coming set, winding, 1-1 pitch. It's going to be popped up into the air. It's going to stay in play. Catcher Link Pope is moving over there. First baseman Garrett Barber was over there. He closed the glove, but the ball came out. So that'll be strike 2 on Quintero. With senior Chandler Lynn on third base. On deck is Lucas O'Connor. So Stewart from the windup. Runner at third, coming set, winding, 1-2. Is going to be chopped over to third baseman Ryan Mims. He comes across the diamond, fields it, throws to first, and that'll be out number 3. The Bulldogs end up scoring 3 here in the top of the 5th to score 17. Bulldogs have that. East Lawrence Falcons have 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th as we break on Y101.
Just when you thought the chicken sandwich war was over, it's coming back in a big way with Zaxby's new signature sandwich. It's a double hand-breaded filet, split-top bun, 3 zesty pickles, and if that wasn't enough, it's smothered in Zax's spicy Zax sauce. That's right, it's such a big deal, we made a totally new sauce to give it the kick it deserves. The other guys won't know what hit them. The new Zaxby's signature sandwich. Have you tried it yet?
Have you heard the news? There's a new business in town. Doodlebugs, formerly Pitch and Stitch, is owned and operated by Mona Jones. Doodlebugs is located at 111 Southeast Main Street in Vidalia. We embroider, screen print, and vinyl most items. Come see us Monday through Friday. Our hours are 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We can't wait to see you at Doodlebugs.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
Brantley Upshaw is still on the mound for the Toombs County Bulldogs. He's looking to finish out this game. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs have 17. East Lawrence Falcons have 2. And up to bat for the Falcons will be shortstop Chase Donaldson, and he'll be followed by catcher Link Pope. So Upshaw coming onto the mound. He's going to pitch from the windup. Donaldson steps in on the day. Donaldson's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Upshaw winding. Here's the pitch. And Donaldson puts this one up into the air in deep left field. Chase Musselman's going back. He makes it round. And he gives way to Chandler Lynn. I guess Lynn makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Musselman playfully pushing Lynn out of the way after the catch was made. 1 down. Well, they're good friends, so I'm sure no bad feelings there. But I do think that was probably Musselman's ball. Here's a chopper on the ground. Quintero throws it to first, and that'll be out number 2. 2 down to bring up Kelton Mullis, the left fielder. Or this is not Kelton Mullis. This is somebody who I don't know who it is. This is Adam Francis. Because I don't have a hard copy of the lineup, I had to give it to Matt Lynn, who is the official scorekeeper. So he keeps all the hard copies of the lineup. I usually take pictures of them, and since I've recently started videoing the games on my phone, I can't really take pictures of them anymore. So our hard copy is what works best. So Adam Francis, who's wearing number 3, is going to step in defensively for the Bulldogs. Everybody who was in the game has re-entered the game. Upshaw winding, 2-out pitch is going to be called for strike 1 at the knee. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be called for strike 2. So Upshaw has worked way ahead. 0-2 on Francis. Upshaw winding, 0-2 pitch is going to be called for strike 3, and that will end the ball game. Toombs County winning over the East Lawrence Falcons 17-2 in the 5th inning. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up today's game on Y101.
Here at Altamaha Bank and Trust, we have deep roots in our growing community, and what a sweet time of year it is for us. Flowers are in full bloom, the sun is shining, and sweet Vidalia onions are in season. We look forward to all this season offers us. Stop in and visit us at any of our branches to find out what we can offer you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's baseball season, and we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams. When life strikes with sudden expenses, First Franklin has been there to help for over 80 years. We offer fixed loan rates up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit us online at oneffc.com or give us a call at 537-3062. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License C5656.
Hello, my name is Kathy Benton with People's Bank. Our young people are our business owners and community leaders of tomorrow. Here at People's Bank, we take great pride in supporting the youth of Toombs County in all their endeavors, whether it's sports or academics. People's Bank wishes you great success. We love our community, and we are here to help you make your dreams a reality. People's Bank, serving our community for over 85 years, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Are you responsible for the care of a loved one? Hi, this is Trent Akins from All Care Pharmacy. With All Care Pharmacy's Care Plus prescription plan, managing their medications has never been easier. Monthly boxes are organized by date and time in securely sealed packages for accuracy and convenience. No more sorting pills or juggling prescription bottles. Call 526-3200 to enroll in our free Care Plus prescription service today. All Care Pharmacy. We manage your medication so you can manage your life.
Welcome back to East Dublin. The Bulldogs winning Game 2 of the series, 17-2 in 5 innings, taking another game in the run rule. That improves their record to 4-7 on the region and 12-11 overall. Chandler Lynn went 2 for 4 today. Chase Musselman went I may have done that wrong. Chase Musselman went 1 for 2. No, I got it right. Grace Stevens went 0 for 3 with a run scored. Trayvon Harris went 2 for 3. Jason Dukes went 2 for 3. Brantley Upshaw also went 2 for 3. And Will Watts went 2 for 4. Brantley Upshaw had 5 innings pitched. He allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, of which were unearned, had 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. So the Bulldogs will be back in action tomorrow night at home versus the East Lawrence Falcons for Game 3. And it'll be live on Y101 and streamed on our YouTube page with the first pitch beginning at 5:45. And the only reason I'm hurrying is so I can get the Bulldogs call on Y101.
You've been listening to the Toombs County High School Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101. Today's game was brought to you by Shoney's in Vidalia, Rivers Heating and Air in Vidalia, Patriot Gas in Vidalia, All Care Pharmacy in Lyon, Southeastern Technical College in Vidalia, Toombs Auto Parts in Lyon, Stevens Truck Center in Lyon, K&K Septic in Vidalia, Frickway, your galley store in Lyon, Community Hospice in Vidalia, Zaxby's in Vidalia, Doodlebug in Vidalia, First Franklin Financial in Vidalia, Carland and Timber in Lyons, McClendon Enterprises in Vidalia, and People's Bank in Vidalia and Lyons. You've been listening to the Toombs County Bulldogs Baseball right here on Y101 with the voice of the Bulldogs, Bryce Brady. Tune in next time for more high school baseball on Y101.